In this video, I want to talk about the consequence of comparing people on calendar month basis, comparing people performance on calendar month basis. So in other words, I talked earlier about business performance on calendar month, people performance on residency month. So we asked a question, what is the performance picture which emerges if you do these two analysis and superimpose both of them? In other words, we took the data for a single client and look at their calendar month performance of the group as a whole. We call it a cohort of, let's say, 2,000 people. In that cohort, what are the average performance of the cohort on a calendar month? Say we started in the month of 6 months we had taken. And in that period, supposing we start in July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months, we put their calendar month performance, we plotted the average. So it showed some picture. This is what we call performance picture on calendar month basis. Then we plotted the performance of people in 6 residency months, residency month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now this showed a completely different picture from what you saw in the calendar month in the same period. In other words, the calendar month performance is showing some picture. That means performance is improving of the cohort or decreasing of the cohort. But the bigger question in people performance I am asking, which is what you should be asking, is as people stay longer in the system, is the performance improving? Because as a cohort as a whole, as the cohort moves from month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, if you plot the residency month based average performances of people, then if you show the different picture, then your HR interventions are based on what? Is based on residency month. For example, you ask an employee, how long has he been in the system? 3 months later, is his performance suitable or you should send him to PIP, performance improvement plan. So we connect a lot of performance, people interventions or HR intervention to their calendar to the residency month, not calendar month, right? So consequently, when you plot these two graphs, one graph shows that performance of the cohort is improving all the time. Another, the same period when we plotted on residency month basis, it shows that performance improved in residency month 2 and started declining. That means as people stay longer in the system, they peak early and start declining. Now these are two contradictory pictures, and that is the first consequence of not differentiating these two, depending on calendar month for people performance and using residency month for people performance. The second consequence, when you compare apples and oranges, is that you continuously end up rating the freshers at a disadvantage compared to senior people or more tenured people in the system, right? So for example, if I join the company, in 3 months I have a target which is not scientifically determined for my 3 months of residency, then what happens, even the target may be different, I take a longer time to understand the system. So what happens is I am branded as unproductive very early in the game. One of the primary reasons for infant attrition in companies is because companies have a performance metric for freshers and the early people in the system, and when they compare them across top performers and bottom performers, the bottom performers invariably turn out to be late entrants into the system or a low residency, and they get branded as non-performers. Once you brand them as non-performers, either you go for performance improvement plan or the employee is given a feedback that you're not performing well and you start looking for a job. So I think the second big consequence of not differentiating between these two or using the residency month performance plan, performance model for people performance is that infant attrition is inbuilt. You've designed a system for infant attrition. I want this to be understood. So the question going forward should be, all right, if this is the fallacy or deficiency in the way we compare people, is there a better model? And what will the better model look like? That is what we're going to talk about in subsequent videos. Thank you.